guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a review slash first impressions on this new brush set that was just released by Shop Miss A, and this is their AOA All About Eyes brush set and brush holder. This does include 10 eyeshadow brushes in total, as well as this really cute little brush holder case, which just kind of like snaps on top, so it's really convenient for travel. I have talked about Shop Miss A few different times on my channel now. I know I did a first impressions video on a lot of their makeup and their face brushes, as well as a video just totally dedicated to their concealer because I am obsessed with it. But I feel like one of the things they're probably most famous for is the fact that they do have a really wide variety of products at an insanely affordable price point. So obviously this does kind of fall in line or under that umbrella because you are getting 10 eyeshadow brushes as well as this brush holder for only $10.55. And I have to say, just looking at the brushes, like my first impressions of the way they do look really beautiful. I would never guess in a million years that these are only $1. And I really love the fact that they went with this beautiful kind of warm, dusty blush color for the brushes. And this also is part of their Paw Paw charity line, which if you're not familiar with that, 55 cents of the proceeds are donated to a local animal charity, hence why it's $10.55 for the set rather than just $10. And then kind of in theme with that, these are also cruelty-free, they're vegan, the bristles are all synthetic, and the brush holder itself is also made of vegan leather. So it's kind of a win-win with these. Obviously, you are saving money and you're donating to a good cause in the process. Actually, that's like 100 wins in my book. So yeah, I'm really excited to try these guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and just run through every single brush that's included in here, and then I'm gonna get them on my eyes, and at the end, I'll let you guys know my overall thoughts on these. So let's go ahead and just get started. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette I'm using is gonna be the Morphe 350 palette, and the first brush I'm going in with is the E126, and this is that larger, fluffy blending brush. I will say right away, I'm surprised by how well this is actually picking up and depositing the color. I always feel like with synthetic brushes, they don't do as great of a job with that versus like a natural bristle brush, but I'm actually really surprised by how well it's depositing the color and picking up the eyeshadow. By the way, guys, I am not trying to teach you how to do your makeup. I'm not a tutorial person. I'm not like a, this is how you do your makeup kind of person, so please forgive me. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just kind of sharing how I would use these brushes to the best of my makeup abilities. I'm just a regular ass girl. So verdict on this is that I absolutely love it. I picked up the color and deposited it really nicely. It blends out the color really effortlessly. It's a little bit tightly packed, not in a bad way though. What I mean is that it's a little bit more concise in the way that it blends it out. It doesn't feel like I'm making a big giant mess as I'm blending it and pulling out the color. It feels like I have a lot of control when I'm using it. I feel like so far this alone was worth the $10.55. Next I'm gonna go in with the E130, and this is the smaller version of the E126. These brushes are legit. They are so good. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but sometimes when you just know, you know. You know? I'd love to know if any of you guys have shopped with Miss A before, and if you guys have any favorites of your own. I'd love to know what they are, so let me know in a comment. Okay, so I also love the E130. It's a lot more concise in the way that it places the color. It has a little bit of fluffiness in there to kind of pull it out, but it's really, really controlled. Next, I'm gonna take the E131, which is that super flat, densely packed brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and pack this color onto my lid. I have to say, I am really impressed by how well this is packing on my powder shadows. I always feel like with synthetic brushes, I get the best use out of them when I'm using something creamy or liquidy, but this is really packing on the color, which I'm very, very impressed by. The next brush I'm gonna try out is the E132, and this is that kind of smaller precision brush. And then what I'm gonna do is actually blend that out a little bit with the E127, which is that fluffy tapered brush. I'm sorry guys if you can hear my lens moving around. It's because I'm on autofocus right now. That way you guys can see like a clear vision. Now, I don't know if you just saw me tap off a brush with no shadow on it, but that just happened. Ooh. So this brush is very much like a super feather-like type of brush. It's not compact, it's very flexible. It just feels so kind of light and effortless. I'm next going to be using the E129, which is that flatter shader brush. It's kind of tapered, it's a little bit fluffy. I don't really need to use all these brushes, obviously. I'm just trying to use as many as I can for the sake of showing you guys how they work. And all I'm going to do with this one is just take a little bit of that transition color again and just add it to the outer edge. Next, I'm gonna take the E134, which is that teeny tiny little pencil brush. It's really nice and pointed at the end. And I'm just gonna use this to run some of the eyeshadow on my lower lash line. And then to blend out my lower lash line a little bit, I'm going to use the E128, which is that tapered precision brush. For my brow bone, I'm going to be going in with the E125. And the width of this brush is actually a lot wider than I was expecting it to be, so I can see why it's supposed to also be good for blending out your transition color because it's really fluffy. My brows are pretty much already applied, but for the sake of trying out the brush, I'm going to go in with the E133, which is that duo-sided eyebrow brush. And I'm just going to be going in with some of my Anastasia medium brown powder brow duo. And I'm just going to brush it out. When in doubt, brush it out. Okay guys, so I just applied a little bit of mascara. I'm not applying like falsies or anything on my eyes right now because it is literally 10 o'clock at night. But overall, I have to say, I am so overly impressed by how great these brushes did perform. Number one, I love the versatility of the brushes in here. There isn't a single brush in this set that I can look at and think, oh, I would never use that. Everything is very functional and practical. There isn't anything super crazy. And I do feel like you can pretty much create any eye look using just these brushes. I just can't think of a single bad thing to say about these brushes. They're all amazing, and for $10.55, I mean, I just feel like, is this real? Is this real life right now? You can't even get a McDonald's meal anymore for $10.55. Maybe you can, but I feel like you can't. Anyways, now I'm craving McDonald's. I will make sure to link everything related to Shop Miss A down below for you guys to check out. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.